The traditional route to success is being tested in the Philadelphia music scene as many are trying to gain recognition through their own accord. With access to personal studios and software, musicians can teach themselves skills without ever stepping foot in the classroom. Hip-hop artist Anthony Fiorelli, aka Tony Two-Step, works full-time as well as designing and printing t-shirts for his own clothing line called Villain, while occasionally performing at shows and open mic nights in between. Fiorelli feels that it is all too common for musicians to bypass a college education.
I regret it now, and if I could go back, I would not solely base making it on music.
Sam Huntingdon, the musician behind Very Bad Vibes, also chose to pursue music full-time rather than going to college. He says this decision was the best for him.
I'm quite sure that I'm not going to end up going back to college, but that's always on the table.
Although Fiorelli has performed at larger venues such as Trocadero and opened up for big names like Logic and PD Crack, he says that many artists end up playing small shows at local bars that only pay $100 here and there.
You just want to dream big and hope that could be your job, but you shouldn't solely focus on that for income.
Currently, Huntingdon splits his time between his part-time job and his music, but he hopes to one day be able to make his living entirely off of being a musician.
As much as I love making sandwiches and taking out the trash, I like music more.
Huntingdon has played traditional venues, but many of his favorite performances were in basements at house shows.
It's awesome that there's such a big kind of network of show houses and stuff, and people who care about that and put the effort in to make spaces where things like that can happen.
Madeline Rafter, the musician behind Snake Boy Gang, made the decision to pursue music after high school as well. Rafter enjoys the house show scene, although musicians don't always know what they're getting into when they agree to play a set at a house show.
There's some shows I've played where I walk in and it's 6 dudes sitting on a couch ripping a bong, and nobody even looks up to say hello, and I say, okay, this is going to be a bad time.
Even with plenty to drink in Philadelphia, finding a gig isn't that easy. Philadelphia has an amusement tax that charges 5% of the admission charge.
There's a shit ton of venues, and at the same time, venues in Philadelphia are scarce now, too, because other places are shutting down, and, there's, licenses that you need.
A special assembly occupancy license is required if the venue's occupancy is over 50 people. The cost of this license is $200 for 2 years. The home recording studio has become popular in the underground music scene as it allows artists to bypass certain costs. Huntingdon creates music and records demos in his home studio, where all his instruments and equipment are set up to his liking.
I want to make stuff more if I have a location that's set up the way I like it.
All artists can be found on SoundCloud, as well as Fiorelli's music videos on YouTube under the moniker of Tony Two-Step. I'm Jordan Holycross, Group 4, Section 2, Temple University.